What's going on, guys? It's Jonathan, and I just got back from seeing It Chapter 2. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, what a crazy ride that was. It was a very long movie, by the way, and let me just start out by saying I could not convince anybody to go see it with me, so I went by myself, all by my lonesome, to watch a scary horror movie, which I have never done before in my life. I literally, obviously, have no friends, and I could not convince anyone in my family to go see it with me. I asked multiple people. They all turned me down, so I went by myself. And I guess there's like a stigma of people going to see movies by themselves, but I think it's time we tear down that stigma board and throw it away, because I decided, you know, I could wait a month and maybe could finally convince somebody to go watch it with me, or I could be a strong, independent adult human being and go see it myself, and that's what I did. And I'm glad I did, because I wanted to see it and I liked it for the most part, and I am happy I had the courage to go to a movie by myself. And let me tell you, I was not the only one. Well, let me first tell you, I got to the theater. This was like the first showing of the, you know, today's the opening day. So I thought there's gonna be a lot of other people here. And it's the first showing of the day. So I get to the theater and there's no cars there. There's like 5 cars there. I'm like, oh geez. I am not gonna go watch this movie I'm obviously going by myself, but to sit in a huge theater by yourself, like that would be the worst possible scenario that I can imagine. It's a scary movie in a huge theater by myself. So I go in at my movie theater. I don't know if yours is like this or not, but you actually have to choose your seat on a screen, and it prints you out a ticket for a specific seat. I don't know why they do this, because it's not even that busy, but I saw that 2 other tickets were sold, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna be the only one. And they were in different sections, so they were actually other people that went by themselves to see the movie. So I'm not the only one that went to see the movie by myself. There was at least 3 or 4 other people in there that went to see it. A total, there was like 7 people there. So I imagine, since this is like a big movie, that it would be full and there'd be a million people there, and I'd get to, you know, like, I don't know, horror movies are really fun with like a large crowd, and you're all like scared at the same time, and you jump at the same time, and you might even scream if it's really scary, but it wasn't that experience at all. But yeah, so I went to the movie by myself. I made it through. I enjoyed myself. It was a fun and good time. And so now I'm going to I can't show the movie, but I'm going to explain what I thought about the movie, what I liked, didn't like, all that stuff. And there are going to be a little bit of spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, click off now, add this to your watch later, and you can watch it after you've seen the movie. So, beyond this point will be spoilers. So, I liked the movie. When it first started, I was like, oh goodness, because you have the scene at the carnival and the couple, and they're like beaten to a legit pulp, and that to me was worse than any of like people getting eaten and stuff like that. That they were just sitting there and senselessly beating them and beating them and beating them and beating them, and the guy was reaching for his inhaler and they kicked it away and beat him. I was like, that affected me so much, and I about was like, dang it, why did I come to this movie? Like, oh, this is awful, I hate this. But luckily the movie got better after that. But dude, that was the worst part of the movie for me. I just thought that like ripped out my heart for some reason. I don't know why. But like, people getting eaten, I can deal with that. But just like senselessly beating people for no reason, and like, dude, killing people and throwing them off a bridge just because they were like gay, that is like the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I was like, I genuinely hope people in this world are not actually like that. I mean, I know there are people in the world that are like that, but I hope there are not people in this country that actually would do something like that, although I guess there probably is. Anyways, that was probably my least favorite part of the whole movie. So then, since I talked about the beginning of the movie, I'd like to go ahead and talk about the end of the movie, because I had watched a review before I went to see it. I just saw like a small clip of it, and they said that they hated the ending. And I didn't hate the ending. I didn't necessarily like or love the ending either, but I thought it was okay. As I was driving home, I was able to process it a little bit more, and while I was thinking, I was like, why, and maybe this is stupid, and maybe I should have realized this when I watched the first movie or whatever, but I didn't put two and two together that Pennywise really goes after people who are losers and have been bullied, like the girl with the scar on her face or the birthmark, because I was like, why would he kill this dude that's just been beaten to a pulp and like another loser type, and then he's after the loser squad. They're all losers, they all get picked on, they all get bullied, and then fast forward to the end of the movie, and the only way to defeat him is by literally bullying him and making him feel small, because all of his energy was from people who had had the same thing done to them. I guess I'm getting this right. I knew, like, in my head, I had it the way I was going to explain it, and I'm not explaining it very well. But, like, he only went after weak people and people that were bullied and had, you know, he went after people that felt bad about how they were or the way they looked or the way they felt about themselves. And I thought it was really interesting. Maybe people didn't think so because they hated the ending, but that they literally had to bully him to win. Like, you have to bully the bully to win, and that's the only way that you could defeat him, was by bullying him. And I don't know what kind of message that sends, that if you want to escape a bully, you have to bully the bully. I don't know that bullying and bullying will, like, two wrongs make a right. But it was an interesting way to tie the story in together, because it was like all his victims were people who were considered losers. Although not really, because Georgie was just an innocent little boy. So I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking of that in terms of this movie. So I don't know, that just kind of was something I was thinking about as I was driving on the way home. I thought acting-wise, I thought all the actors were great. The way that they found people that literally looked exactly like these kids was amazing. I could not believe that. They really resembled them. Even Richie looked like that kid in certain ways. In like certain angles, you could definitely see it. And I just can't believe they found actors that completely were famous, well-known actors and really looked like these little kids that were in the movie. So I thought that was crazy. I liked that they had the younger kids and the younger version of themselves in the movie as well. I was really happy to see that. I really liked the group and the kids and everything from the first movie, so I was worried that I wasn't going to like this one as well, because they were all grown up and I wanted to see, you know, them all together. It was sad that the one committed suicide, but I guess I can't remember his name. What's his name? Dang it, I don't remember. But it was like he had to sacrifice himself because he knew he couldn't be of help. That was like a mind twister as well. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. I liked the movie. I liked the direction it took. I could not believe how long it was. That was another thing I wanted to talk about. The movie I went to was at 11:50, and I didn't get out till like almost 3 or after 3, so I was surprised that it was as long as it was, but you really did need the time. Like, there wasn't any, like, you know, extra scenes that they could have thrown out to make the time less, because it all fit into the larger story. So, dang, what a ride that movie was. I really liked it. I'm sure there's so much more that I could say and want to say, and I'm not being able to think of it at this time, so I might make another video with a more detailed explanation of it, but I just wanted to share my initial thoughts after seeing the movie. What did you guys think of the movie? Leave a comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.